Welcome to our informative video on testing for protein loss with urine sticks and laboratory services for children. The child with protein in the urine. Proteinuria is when a urine stick tests at least 1+ on a urine tests. Doctors equate it to at least 30 mg per deciliter of protein lost through the kidney. A urine stick test is either negative or positive for protein. There are 5 possible results on a urine test. This gives us an idea to how much protein a child is losing through the kidneys. Firstly, 1+, which doctors equate to 30 mg per deciliter of protein. Secondly, 2+, which doctors equate to 100 mg per deciliter protein. Thirdly is 3+, which doctors equate to 300 mg per deciliter of protein. The fourth possible result is 4+, which is a massive loss of protein through the kidneys of at least 1,000 and more protein. The final possible result is trace protein. Trace protein is usually at least 10 to 20 mg per deciliter of protein lost through the kidney. A urine stick can give false results. This is usually due to urine being too concentrated. In this case, protein is usually less than 2 on the stick. Another scenario can be very diluted urine that has no protein on confirmation. This is why it is important that clinicians listen to parents and physically examine the child. How do we confirm that a child is losing protein through the kidneys? The laboratory will need a child's urine sample. This must be the first urine the child passes in the morning. To avoid false results, it is important the child passes urine before going to bed. The child must sleep with an empty bladder. The lab then measures 2 things from the morning sample. These are protein and creatinine. If the ratio between protein and creatinine is more than 2, that confirms proteinuria in a child above 2 years of age. Children below 2 years have different values that your clinician will determine. Another test that is outdated is collecting every urine drop from a child over 24 hours and measuring protein in that volume. Obviously, no parent wants to do that. There are 3 types of proteinuria. The first is orthostatic proteinuria, having to do with standing and lying down. The second is transient proteinuria, having to do with time. Lastly is persistent proteinuria, which calls for concern for a child. The word benign means harmless. Orthostatic proteinuria is usually harmless and not of concern. When a random urine is tested, we assume the child has been standing and playing during the day. The random sample usually has protein and creatinine ratio of more than 0.2. This is usually measured at the lab. A morning child sample less than 0.2 usually noted. The morning samples assumes the child has been lying down for many hours. Because orthostatic proteinuria is benign, no further testing is required and no treatment is needed. Unless huge protein is lost on different time event, prompting concern by your clinician. Transient proteinuria means there was protein loss detected on a urine stick, usually not massive. This is usually just 1 or more positive. However, on repeat urine testing, the stick or lab urine detects 0 protein loss. This usually occurs after distress has ended, an illness that the child recovered from, fever that resolved, and many times exercising and vigorous playing of the child. Persistent proteinuria calls for concerns. This is usually when protein is detected in the urine, with concerns of a high protein loss detected in the morning urine sample. This is usually a high protein to creatinine ratio of more than 0.2 found in the morning urine sample. The clinician has to further test and rule out causes that are making the child lose protein unnecessarily. Please always write down questions and discuss them with your clinician. We also can share more knowledge when you contact us by email. Subscribe to our channel for more videos. And remember that the internet can never replace medical care provided by a local clinician.